The Indian Wire, 10th of February 2024, the IMF raises concerns regarding the Maldives' foreign debt crisis in the wake of China's borrowing. Chinese debt has engulfed the Maldives, and the ruling party has been paid enormous bribes. Despite robust post-pandemic growth, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, has warned that the Maldives are at a high risk of debt distress. The IMF staff stated in preliminary findings published last Wednesday, subsequent to a mission to the Maldives, that tourist arrivals are anticipated to contribute to a 5.2% growth rate in the island nation's economy by 2024. Declaring that the Maldives remains at a high risk of external and overall debt distress and that significant policy changes are not anticipated to reduce the overall fiscal deficits and public debt, the report urges an immediate policy adjustment. This assessment is consistent with the prior evaluation conducted by the World Bank regarding the fiscal obstacles that the Indian Ocean archipelago faces. Moreover, it is crucial to emphasize that to attain fiscal consolidation sustainability, rigorous monetary and macroprudential measures must be enforced to address weaknesses in public finances and debt. As a reaction, the governing bodies are praiseworthy for commencing a thorough and domestically designed fiscal reform program, which they are fully committed to expediting. Given the Maldives' susceptibility to climate-related risks, strengthening institutions to assist in climate adaptation and mitigation endeavors will promote the Maldives' access to additional climate financing and fulfill its climate commitments. In the future, promoting skill development, strengthening governance, and cultivating an enhanced business environment will all contribute to robust, inclusive, and sustainable growth. Moreover, the development prospects are anticipated to be enhanced by the proposed Valana Airport terminal expansion and the potential augmentation of hotel accommodation capacities, as stated in the proposal. In the face of increasing difficulties, President Mohamed Mutsu declared to the legislature that his administration was prepared to execute a reform agenda to improve the nation's fiscal state and establish long-lasting budgetary circumstances. He was supporting assistance. During his January visit to China, Mr. Mutsu sought Beijing's endorsement regarding the second stage of the airport's expansion. Following his return, he declared that China had indicated a readiness to participate in dialogues concerning the possibility of postponing the debt owed by the Maldives to the Asian country. The Maldives has established itself as the preeminent bilateral creditor of China, owing Beijing an estimated sum of $1.4 billion. The projections of the World Bank indicate that the Maldives will likely sustain a debt-to-GDP ratio that surpasses 115% throughout the current year. Based on the report, the Maldivian economy demonstrated a muscular recuperation of 13.9% in 2022 after the contraction brought about by the pandemic. Growth of 4.4% is projected for 2023. Although there has been some progress in this regard, lingering concerns remain due to the substantial projected current account deficit for 2024. This deficit is further exacerbated by the high cost of petroleum and the robust demand for imports. In delivering the official statement for the IMF, Sadsri Waboon, an economist, underscored the following: in the absence of substantial policy adjustments, it is anticipated that the Maldives will continue to face a considerable risk of external and overall debt distress due to elevated fiscal deficits and public debt. Additionally, the Maldives is confronted with considerable climate change-related hazards, including the intensifying menace of rising sea levels and cyclones, which can potentially cause substantial economic repercussions. The IMF emphasized the importance of strengthening institutions to support climate adaptation and mitigation efforts, facilitate access to additional climate financing, and ensure compliance with climate action commitments. In light of constrained policy flexibility and increasing balance of payments pressures, it is urgent to implement a credible and robust fiscal consolidation strategy that includes domestic revenue mobilization and comprehensive expenditure rationalization. In light of the Maldives Monetary Authority's (MMA) progress, the IMF endorsed the nation's decision to cease pegging its exchange rate and advised tightening macroprudential policies to ensure compatibility with the exchange rate peg. Furthermore, it underscored the importance of fortifying supervision and crisis management in the financial industry, in conjunction with endeavors to improve the business environment, fortify governance, and encourage skill enhancement, with the ultimate goal of cultivating sustainable and inclusive expansion.